Welcome to another video of our travels, and my name is Andriy.
My name is Christina.
And today we'll be talking about the cities and places we visited during our Panhandle drive through the Panhandle in Florida.
Yeah, basically we started from New Orleans, which we might upload a video in the future of. And after we finished exploring that city, we drove there to Gainesville, I think, Florida. But in between that, we stopped by in Santa Rosa Beach on the Panhandle, and while doing that, we drove through Okaloosa Island. We went on the beach there, as well as Destin. And when we stayed in Santa Rosa, we also visited Seaside.
It's a small town where Truman Show was shot, the movie.
Yeah, maybe we could talk about a little bit about those places that we just mentioned.
Yes. So the first one is Okaloosa Island. Okaloosa Island. It's a long stretch of land, and it has on the long beach, and then it has many cities that are nested along the beach. And we visited a few. One of them was Fort Morton's.
Fort Walton.
Oh, Fort Walton.
But I think it's right before Okaloosa Island, but it's the county, I think. Yeah, we didn't spend a lot of time there, so we're not too sure about like all the technicalities.
It was a one-day kind of drive-through trip, and we just saw a few places and moved on.
Yeah, but I guess the main thing that we liked in Okaloosa Island was the pier. It was even during the daytime, it was nice to take pictures of, and just the beach was very nice as well, and the atmosphere was nice.
Yeah, so there was a video of Okaloosa Island with a pier, and we wanted to go on the pier, but it wasn't free, so you have to pay something. There's a restaurant there, I think, as well, and people go fishing, and so that's mainly why they charge, because people take their fishing rods.
But I mean, it wasn't expensive. It was probably like $2 or something. We just didn't have time for it. It wasn't something that we wanted to do, so we left.
Yeah, we took a few videos and photos of the pier itself, and then moved on.
And afterwards, so there's just this one road that goes along the coastline of the Panhandle in that area, and the next destination we stopped by is Destin, which is a cute attraction kind of like theme park kind of city, and there's free parking everywhere that we were there, and Okaloosa and Destin was free parking, and in Destin there was a nice boardwalk. It's called the Harbor Walk.
Yeah, so it's basically a very long marina, lots of boats, recreational boats, people,
and very modern buildings that are very colorful and happy, like Florida typical new architecture.
Yeah, lots of restaurants, cafes, people eating out, and lots of tours as well, boat tours.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things that we might mention right now, but we didn't do in the Panhandle, which is dolphin cruises. There are a few sand dune parks that are supposedly nice. We didn't do that. And yeah, so that Destin was a nice place to visit. Definitely, we were surprised. It was pretty nice.
Yeah, if you're there just to walk around, it's probably an hour, 2 hour max.
Maximum. I mean, there are restaurants and
if you want to eat there, and then add another hour. So.
And I guess. When we stayed in Santa Rosa Beach, it's a very small town. It's mostly local people, and there aren't many people at the beach at all. So, and we stayed at an Airbnb there, which we really like using Airbnb because we can stay in these places that don't have a lot of people. So we basically had the whole beach to ourselves during a lot of the times.
Lots of retirees. Actually, the place we stayed with, it was a retired couple living in a house, and we rented a room. So it's not that many people. Some people just walking like in the sun during sunset. It was one of the most beautiful sunset I've ever seen. Yeah, it's very, because of the clouds. It was very dramatic. We thought first like what's gonna happen with the sun, but then once it appeared, it was just spectacular. But as we were doing watching sunset, there were really few people. There were another couple of photographers and a few senior people just walking the beach. But other than that, it was practically empty.
Yeah, and I guess we visited during the season as well. I mean, because it was April. It was the late April, so it was still kind of like the tourist season.
Yeah, the only thing is during that time the water, and generally speaking, the water there doesn't get like very warm compared to like Miami.
Southern Florida.
Yeah, so yeah, the water wasn't like.
But the beach is very nice. Like I liked it a lot compared to Southern Florida, and even like there's a famous beach, Siesta Key, in Florida, which a lot of people like, but. Because of the white sand, but here in the Panhandle, the sand is white as well, but it's very soft and it's very beautiful. I liked it a lot better than Siesta Key.
Yeah, it was much smaller, granular compared to like dark brownish in Miami or.
The photos turn out much better because of that, and the water itself is also very turquoise. The color, it's very nice.
Yeah.
And I guess we can talk about Seaside.
Yeah, Seaside. It was a one day trip. That it's also a very small town.
It's close to Santa Rosa Beach.
Yeah, so it doesn't take that long to explore it unless again you
stay for food
or go to a restaurant. So it has very peculiar, like very unique architecture. I forgot the name.
New urbanism, I think.
Yes. So it's predominantly made of wood. Wooden buildings, mostly white, but then they're painted in other colors like turquoise, blue,
very pastel like.
Pastel or and then they have this very beautiful beach and boardwalk. Not all the parts.
Pavilions.
Not all the parts are available to the public. There are a lot of summer houses along the beaches, and those have their own private. I guess entrance to the beach, so not that many people can go there. But those parts that do have,
there are a few pavilions.
They have very nice pavilions, like all sorts of interesting architecture for those who love, like to see something unique.
And I guess you could take look at the other pavilions if you walk along the coast.
Yeah, very very beautiful, watercolor. And the steps that go into the to the sea, into the beach, very beautiful.
It must be nice to stay there as in a vacation house. I mean, it's expensive, definitely, because it's so popular and unique. But I would imagine it's very nice to stay there.
Yeah, it's the feel that I got from that place is it's very quiet. At least when we were there, it wasn't crowded. Very peaceful. It was nice to visit and see the place.
Yeah, and I think that's it. Apart from all the things that we didn't see, these are just a few highlights. So I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I hope we hope you like this video and subscribe and like to see more.
Yes, thank you for watching.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye bye.